sign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, 1 o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Miles Sanders. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Sanders last week: 23 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6. The Eagles at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that will be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler. First down, Prescott. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. Here's Prescott. And he'll get it right back to Washington. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Complete to Washington. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott now. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as
it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, look at the juke. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they'll begin by running the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now Prescott steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Prescott. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Yeah, this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And he's going to go down again. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take...
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And some room to work. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run with Sanders. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Sermon will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Just power of football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you could build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. That's Gallup on the slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott dancing to his left. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Holding. Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining.
So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, Elliott. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Here's Hardman to return.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he's got some space here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts.
Hard throw, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Another run here with Sanders. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Sanders.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jabril Cox.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Hurts will throw.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Dallas offense set for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be caught by the tight end Keene.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Scott with it again on 2nd. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Scott was a touchdown man for the Philly backfield last season, scoring 7 times and drawing a few starts in place of Miles Sanders. That type of performance will make him a front runner for backup work this season, too, in a crowded backfield in Philadelphia.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Scott. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On the carry, this is Scott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And now they're in the hurry up. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler able to record. Sack of the season.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. That one complete to Elliott. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now Scott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So it's Eagle football. They'll run with Scott. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go again with Scott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Scott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now here come the Cowboys.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there for Philly. 83 yards. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep. So for Philadelphia...
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate.
I'm alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at